Tales from the top, the true stories behind the songs that went all the way to #1.
January of '88, this would become her 5th or 6th straight #1, Whitney Houston, with So Emotional. I'm curious about, first of all, the writing, obviously, the process of that song, how Whitney got it, and some of your songs are a little, production-wise, this is a little different, because it's almost kind of in a way, a dance record, too, I think. Can you talk a little bit about the writing process of So Emotional, how Whitney got it?
Well, So Emotional is the only big hit that Tom and I wrote that was really specifically written for that artist, except for a few songs that we wrote with artists.
Right.
Like Eternal Flame was written with Susanna Hoffs, and I'll Stand By You was written with Chrissy Hine. Yeah. So obviously we were writing for them.
Right.
But of the songs that Tom and I wrote, just as writers to pitch to projects, So Emotional is really the only big hit we had where we were writing for a particular artist. We had a very good relationship with Clive Davis. And Clive called me and specified, I'm looking for an up-tempo hit for Whitney. And at that time, Tom and I, like so many people, were big fans of Prince. And we were influenced by Prince. So that when we started to write So Emotional, our version had a Prince feel to it. Now, when Whitney got the song, she went in to record it with producer Michael Narda Walden.
Yeah.
And he gave her record a much different feel. It doesn't really resemble our demo. You wouldn't hear the Whitney record and think it sounds like Prince, but if you were to hear our demo, you'd see that we were sort of influenced. The production of our demo is influenced by Prince, and if you heard the vocal that my partner Tom Kelly did on our demo for So Emotional, you would you'd hear the Prince influence. It was great because we wrote the song and we turned it into Clive Davis, and he loved it. Things don't usually work that well.
Easy. Oh, yeah.
Usually you write something to order and you send it and they don't like it. And it doesn't, it's disappointing. But in this case, everything worked out. One thing that's sort of interesting was that when we turned the song in, it was titled Emotional. The lyric in the chorus, it went, I get so emotional, but we didn't call it So Emotional. We just called it Emotional.
Okay.
But they retitled it So Emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now, did you see Whitney actually record the song? Were you there?
No. I met Whitney Houston once. Clive Davis has pre-Grammy parties. And I met Whitney at one of his parties, but that was after the song had already been a hit.
Wow.
I wasn't involved in anything to do with the recording of the song.
So you only met her just that one time? Mm-hmm. Wow, and she took one of your songs to #1. Mm-hmm. That's you would think, hey, remember that song I wrote for you? Yeah.
To see the complete interview with Billy Steinberg, just log on to RetroRewind.com.